We're still pinching ourselves that we get to live and work in this old house. There's just a feeling inside. Every home has a story, and this is one of ups and downs, and ultimately of why beauty is worth saving. If you can believe it, this was taken on glass slides, so this is what the house looked like in 1890. What were the Warners like? They were prominent and beloved. He was a territorial legislator and city councilman. For his day job, he would have walked down the street to the Reed Hotel. They were friends with the Reeds. It's fun to read the old society pages that tell of their outings and elegant parties. Mr. Warner had consumption, which may be why they moved to the coast. He died there and they never had any children. We don't know a lot about the house in the coming years, but this great picture shows the trolley tracks on 25th Street. During the Depression, it was owned by Keith and Ruth Wahlquist, and other family members moved in too. Yes, this is where the junior high got its name. That little blonde girl sitting on Grandma's lap, she came to see us as an elderly woman, and she shared her memories. Later, Nephi James Brown wrote about living here in his journal. During the post-war years, the wealth in Ogden moved east, and the mansions were chopped up into apartments. Those were dreary years of neglect. Although we have been told there were some great college parties here during the 70s. And then, under all those layers of white paint, somebody saw more. Ronald D. Hales, an architect, bought the home for his office. He drew up his vision for what the house should be again. Under the house were original spindles to serve as patterns. Hales and his sons made new pieces on a lathe in the basement. They worked together as a family. If not for their loving restoration, this home may have been lost forever. Fast forward 30 years, and the home was sagging again, but we fell in love just like Hales did. A labor of love, though. It needed new roof, new HVAC, and that was just the big stuff. Dry rot was a huge problem. So the next summer was full-time renovation. We had to replace so much of the woodwork again, and it took 5 months to paint the outside. The height and pitch on the home, terrifying. This home has stolen our hearts. There's something about living in a home that you know will be here much longer than you will be. On the National Historic Register, this is now the studio of Evalogue.Life. Tell your story.